You this, are you okay with a man who already has children? No.
No.
Okay, why
Deal
not?
breaker. Deal breaker.
Deal breaker for you? Why
because
not?
I want my own family.
And you feel like you cannot have that with a man who already has children.
That is a form of polyamory.
Really? Explain that, please.
Okay. Polyamory doesn't have to do with us all living in a household together and we're all doing the do. Polyamory is outside relationships that I'm okay with. So if I'm in a relationship with Paul, I have to be okay with him having a relationship with the mothers of his children.
Yeah.
I would hope he does, you know?
Yeah.
Right? So although he's not sleeping with him, or we would want to think he's not, let's just
Right.
take him as being a good man. He's just co-parenting and doing it the right way. Well, when Christmas or holidays come around, or a birthday party or a wedding or graduation, Paul has every right to spend time with his kids. And if the mother is there, I mean, they procreated together. It's not a crime for her to be in the same room as him. That's what co-parenting is, healthy co-parenting
Right.
is. If I agree to that, I am now, or I should be attempting to be healthy with these women, right? If I'm going to love him, I love Paul's kids. So now I'm in a polyamory relationship that I'm agreeing to be in because although you're not sleeping with this woman, we all are a family.
I know I saw you in the chat on that one. Real dope.
Yeah. I think it's nonsense what she's talking about. For one, and I don't, people got their standards and their preferences, but you about to be 50 at some point. Like you close to 50 and you talking about something, you don't want a man with kids. I understand like being younger and having that kind of perspective, but like when you that age, like what do you mean you're looking for your own family? You trying to start a family still? Like I think that's crazy. But then also like to conveniently distort the definition of polyamory because you feel like it is just crazy. That's not polyamory. And I don't know about her. Like, I don't gotta do Christmas with my baby moms. We don't gotta be in the same room. Don't like the idea that like you're attached at the hip to these people is just nonsense. It's not true. Maybe that's maybe that's how the relationships worked with the people that she know. But hell no, we don't gotta do all these things together. That's not how that has to work. You're not attached to these people, just like you're not attached to the family that you were born with. You can go and like y'all can communicate, but what if I had a female friend? You're like, oh, I don't like polyamory. He has a female friend, and I might have to be around her, and I don't know. I don't get it. She sound crazy to me.
JR, if we could just stop like attacking the person and actually focus on what she's conveying is when she's talking about family, she's saying, I'm also going to be responsible for these children, their well-being. I have to be okay with you going to another woman, going into another space with a woman and building an intimate bond so your children, like it is another form of family. And she has to respect the mother of the mother of his children becomes part of her.
And before you get too far, when you say going into another space and creating an intimate bond with another woman, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about like what I mean by that is like she says, come over for it's Christmas. Come over and open presents with the kids.
Say no.
But that's crazy. Why would you deny your child the experience to have both? Like, why? Why say no?
My kids have never did Christmas with me and their moms in the same house.
And this is the problem with, I think, American culture. It's too individualistic. We're not separate. It's not your kids and these are my. We are one.
We're not. Maybe you would like that.
If I marry a man and he has kids, those kids are my kids.
Yes, that's true. What that got to do with the other one? What that got to do with the co-parent?
And for those kids to thrive, that means the other parent, the mother, also has to feel comfortable, right? I have to also be concerned for her well-being.
Comfortable with what?
Like, if she calls me or she calls my man while we're out to dinner, I have to be comfortable with that. I can't start a fight.
Comfortable. What is she calling him? Talking about the baby? Oh, it's an emergency. The baby's in the
Or
hospital.
anything, right? Like in any other relationship, I would be uncomfortable with a woman interrupting intimate time with my man. But if it's the mother of his children, I have to make an exception.
Hold on. What if it's another woman, female, another person with a vagina that calls me while we at dinner?
The difference between that vagina is that vagina did not birth your children.
No, like what is the difference between somebody calling me at dinner? What if it's a man that calls me at dinner?
When you are in a relationship, there are certain boundaries. And friends do not enter the intimate space, female and male. The only people who are able to enter that intimate space is family. The mother of your child is part of my man's family. Therefore, I have to be comfortable with her calling him.
What is the intimate space? No, you have to be comfortable with if I work a job, you have to be comfortable with my boss calling me at any time, depending on the job that I have.
Right.
You have to be comfortable with a coworker calling me at any.
Maybe not the boss, yes. Coworker, maybe not so much.
Maybe even clients. You might have to deal with clients calling me. Like, what's the idea that like if my children's mother is calling me like, hey, the baby's in the hospital. Outside of that, we're not having no fun conversations. Call me, give me the information, or text me, give me the information, and we're good.
But what if baby moms is having a really shit day and she can't show up and pick up the kids, right? She's just having a bad day, and because you're the good man you are, you take her to go get a massage or whatever, knowing that like you just pay. No. I don't. I'm just saying as an example.
Holy fucking shit.
I'm just assuming that a good man would want to make sure the mother of his children and his children are good because her emotions impact his.
So if she was I'm sorry for my colloquialism. If she was my bitch, I'd call, get you a massage. She's not my bitch. She's not my woman. She's not my wife. She's none of that. I'm not calling you to a massage.
That's the thing though. Like you guys have created life together. You're forever bonded.
Like, no, we're not forever bonded.
What? You have a child.
Okay, so I have cousins who we share the same blood. I have a brother. I have a sister, right, who we share the same blood with. At any given point in my life, if I feel like, yo, I don't want you in my life, they're not going to be in my life, and we're not bonded by anything.
Your sister, your blood sister, you would just act like they were.
If there was something that made me feel like that, absolutely, blood sister, mom, dad, whatever it is. If I feel like I want to separate my life from them, I will. What's this fictional connection we talking about?
To me,
how does Amira feel?
I don't even gotta be connected to my kids for the rest of my life. My kids might grow up, and I'm like, yo, my son, damn, I failed. I raised a bitch ass nigga. I'm out. Like we not, he might grow up and we might not be
And I understand.
Oh yeah, we gotta get a mirror in there too, y'all.
I'm sorry, I'm taking over.
She's funny.
I absolutely love the conversation, JR. Your topics tonight are on fire, and I'm listening to Ann. I'm listening to you, Ann, and she says, "Well, I don't agree with polygamy, but I agree with him. Well, I believe that he would try to take care of his baby mama and take her to get a massage because he cares about her. And this is a scenario that you bring up." But don't you see the contradiction? Because you're basically saying, I'm okay with you having a previous wife and understanding that you want to take care of her, but I don't want multiple wives at once. I want you to divorce, but still feel that jealousy, even though you go see your previous wife. This is, that's idea that polygamy, one moment, and this idea that polygamy is so evil and is so bad is wrong. And it's completely Western. And just like Ekene said, it's a Western law that now everybody has come to think like this whole Disney fairy tale that it's about love and how we feel. These are, and don't roll your eyes. And don't you believe that all of these things are so fleeting? Like things like
I think you're intentionally being hyperbolous. That is not what we're talking about. I agree with you, but what you're saying actually doesn't apply to what the clips and what we were discussing. You just said I think that he would give her a massage, right? He would take her to get a We were talking about the clip, and she was saying, I won't date a man with children because that is a polygamous relationship. And someone said, that's not polygamy. And I countered and said, let's focus on the principle. What is she talking about? And the idea of taking in another man's children and then him also having to be responsible for that household. He asked me to clarify what intimate space exists with this family. And I shared the well-being of the mother directly impacts those children. And if I'm in a relationship with him, I have to be okay with her interrupting in a way that if it wasn't a polygamous relationship, I would not tolerate. I'm talking about this. You're bringing up fairy tales.
So do you think it's polygamy, like the lady said, to be with a man?
I never considered it that way, but when I listened to her, I could see why she would say that. Yeah. Because absolutely, there's no, in my mind, there's no separation. There's no, those are your kids. Like, no, we are one. Those kids I'm responsible for too.
Then which one are you okay with? Are you okay with the divorcing and having this baby mama come into your life? Or are you okay with it actually being a wife?
I am okay with it being a wife.
So you're okay
I'm okay with one wife, one husband, a family. But if they divorce and he still is responsible for those children, he's also responsible for their well-being, and the other parent is also responsible for their well-being, and I'm also responsible for those children's well-being. Therefore, our relationship boundaries have expanded and we have created a new family. That is what she's talking about.
So
that's why
I wanted to ask,
she doesn't want to marry a man with kids because she doesn't want to have others in that dynamic.